your name?
My name is Shakti Krishnan.
This is outside of us.
I got a cell phone. Oh my god.
I like chocolate. Chocolate.
I don't only just use my crutches to move about. I also use my wheelchair.
Yeah, I thought pretty highly about myself. I think most kids do, but I just had that little bit of elevation being in a wheelchair.
Shakti Krishnan. He's musical, he loves sports, and he loves his school. But if he had the choice, he'd probably choose sport. I sent out a challenge, and he chose tennis.
In my view now, I think I was not that nice. I think I was kind of an arrogant little, being cute just does that. It's nothing else. People just kind of see the cute bit. And that's what people want to see. They want to see this cute little wheelchair-bound kid doing the best in the world and succeeding.
I can do forehand, serves, and a bit of backhand. I'm best at forehand, and I really like doing serves.
Just to rub it in, a few more of his talents. Shakti's one of hundreds of kids who don't let their disability get in the way.
So right now I am in my last year of high school. I'm year 13. I'm 17, and I think I've grown. I'm a bit more mature. I have a bit more sense. Dear 10-year-old Shakti, stop talking about yourself. Relax, take it easy. Take a look in the mirror. What do you see? You're looking good. I've got some advice for you from your older, wiser self. Unfortunately, I am not really that buff. I know you thought you were going to be a bodybuilder, but that didn't work out. Like, whatever, it's fine. I suppose being a cute little kid helped me because it drew a lot of attention to me. And I think it helped me badly because it drew attention to me as well. People wanted to help me get out there and try different things and explore the world, and that was awesome. I had a lot of experiences that no other kid had. That's amazing. But also it just fueled me, fueled my self-obsession.
Having a disability doesn't slow me down at all. When you're in a wheelchair all the time in sport, you can go out there and do things by yourself, more independently. I guess it's just the feeling of being almost free. Having a disability, I think it actually makes me go out there doing more things than other people. If there's an opportunity out there, I want to grasp it.
Like everything, you know, whenever you see anyone, you just see their highlights. Only you know about the lowlights. And you only see everyone's best bits. And TV really emphasizes that, I think. You know, that's what it's about. And of course you weren't going to film me picking on some other kid, were you? But I think everyone has good bits and everyone has bad bits. And I just had a bit more bad bits then that people didn't want to focus on for obvious reasons. I want you to be nicer to everyone else. Be nice to your mum. Be really nice to your mum. She's gonna be there for you for a long time and she's gonna get you out of a lot of trouble.
Does he tease you? Does he give you cheek? Yeah, all the time, I think. And but I think that is a part of his growing thing as a being teenager. And then they think as the parents always being nuisance maybe, isn't it? I went for all the proper checkup. In fact, I went to a specialist for all my medical checkup when I was carrying him. So it's a bit of really surprise and shock.
I have spina bifida. I think it was called a myelomeningocele, and that's where part of my spine, the bottom of it, wasn't formed properly, so my spinal cord kind of came out and leaked fluid and nerve endings and everything like that. It's pretty gross. And doctors basically had to cut away at it and kind of pack it all up back nice and sweet and everything, but all that basically kind of affected the lower half of my body, like walking and everything like that.
I use my wheelchair most of the time because it's easier for me to go long distances.
In Malaysia, but when we left, Shakti was too, but I'm really glad that I think the best decision I made in my life is living there.
Hey Mom, what's for dinner?
Spinach with dal, rice, and some chicken sambal, Shakti.
That's good. So Mom, what was it like coming to a new country? Did you find it difficult at all, coming to New Zealand? Like, were there any challenges?
Not really.
Like, for a disabled kid in particular?
Because that time you're only 2.
Yeah.
So it's like any toddler. So I didn't really find any different. After we came here, 6 months later, you have to go for a surgery. The surgeon here said that what the surgeon have done in Malaysia was not completed. So they have to do it again. So yeah, that was almost like a 18-hour surgery. You were only 2 years old, you know?
Yeah.
There's a one time when in Malaysia, they told me what exactly, this is what the doctor said, is you won't even be alive until 4 years old.
Won't be what?
Be alive till 4.
Well, I will be alive till 4 years old?
Yeah.
Wow. So Malaysia, you felt like they had more of a negative output?
Yeah, it's not very positive, and then they say you'll be bedridden. And but then yeah, we thought there'd be some other possibilities, and that's why when we came here, and what you are now is not what they say.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
His 4th year birthday was a big celebration. In fact, we had so many kids in the house, and it's a dress-up party. And because it's always behind my mind about this 4 years old thing, I'm very positive thinking like everything going to be all right, in the sense of, things might be a bit difficult or different, but then things are nothing worse going to happen. So yeah, I was all prepared for anything can happen now. And to make things happen, I think you got to go all out there and get it, and you will achieve what you want to do. And I know there's a lot of support out there. It's all a matter of how you want to take the trouble to go and get it.
You're gonna have to go through a pretty rough time in your life now. Your teenage years aren't so easy. Now that sounds pretty like, whoa man, chill, but it's good. It's all about finding yourself and finding what makes you you. I was kind of living in a fantasy world in a weird way, like in a very kind of surface level way. When I was a kid, I was like just so full of energy, so like
Shakti, remove your shoes, please.
Optimistic, I'd say. Like real full of energy and happy all the time, I suppose. They cooked this cup.
This is me. Oh, they made me put on my Indian shirt because I was at home.
He doesn't look like he's aged at
all.
No,
He looks the same.
I couldn't even hit it over the net.
No, you're a good tennis player. You're super strong.
A bit of backhand, unbested forehand.
I suppose coming through high school, it just kind of came through, like real life hit me real hard and really shaped my personality. Like my friends also did, but I think what really shaped my personality was realizing what life was about.
Unbested forehand. And I really like doing serves.
I think I dealt with it really badly. I didn't talk to anyone about it. I kind of kept it to myself. I didn't talk to my friends about it.
What's it like watching this?
It's strange. It's really weird that that was me. It feels like it was like a totally different person.
It's so small.
Yeah, it was really difficult, really difficult. The support was there, but I just didn't really ask for it. I definitely went through a low period for like about half a year, I think, where it kind of just really upset me. I was definitely depressed for a while, thinking about it. I think just kind of having it in my head all the time that, you know, my life was gonna be, you know, not difficult, but I'm gonna have to face a lot of challenges along the way. You deal with so much as a teenager already, as an adolescent. You know, you deal with heaps, and coupled with the disability, I felt like I had a lot of expectation to succeed. Heaps of expectation from everyone. Not only because as a kid I was put into a lot of things, but you don't want to be just another dumb kid. You want to be able to have something to do with your life.
One of the things I'm going to get you to do right now is try to put forward a viewpoint like I am pro-fluoridation because, I'm anti-fluoridation because, and in that...
But during that time I felt like I noticed my disability more. I noticed all the little things that, you know, I couldn't do. I suppose my mind was focusing on the more negative aspects of it, so I would pick up on everything that I couldn't do instead of focusing on the things that I could. Little things like, you know, stairs or not being able to fully close the door behind me when I'm coming through, or something silly like that would bug me. It would really get to me and kind of eat away at me. And it was very unhealthy.
Shakti, do you have a view on the matter?
I am pro-fluoride because I believe that it's really important to communities as a whole.
Could you be more specific on that, Shakti?
Well, the fluoride prevents decay and oral health issues like fillings and things like that. I really wish I had someone to talk to tell me that it was going to be okay and that it was normal. You know, I felt really abnormal, you know, special again, I suppose, that I was going through this period of my life where it just seemed like there was no hope. It sounds kind of dramatic, but I suppose it felt real. You should expect things to be pretty different. It's a slow change. You won't notice it at once. You'll wake up and one day you'll be like, wow, everything's different. Nothing is the same. And you'll be pretty surprised and you'll be happy. You'll know yourself a bit more. All change is good.
I've been running around with Shakti, being his taxi driver, being his manager, because sometimes he doesn't really know what's happening to him for the day or for the month or with all his activities. In fact, I'm enjoying doing that actually because I have nothing else much to do. But sometimes It's become difficult to be at the same place at the same time, but I managed somehow or other. Lately what happened, Shakti started taking his public transport. So in Hamilton, it's quite easy to take a bus, so he started doing that too, sometimes troubling me. But I kind of enjoy doing it too, seeing that he's benefit a lot by me doing that.
My mum's always there for me to organize things and help me out and make sure I get places on time. I really don't know where I'd be if she didn't organize everything. Like, I would be nowhere. I'd probably still be sleeping now.
Wake him up, in the morning. It's becoming an issue sometimes because he sleeps so late, and then to wake up, obviously he can't wake up. He will say, oh, it's not the end of the world. So he take his own sweet time. I thought I'm the only one facing that problem with this teenager, but then we used to share with some staff member in the school. We're all going through the same issues. As being a teenager, he's being any kind of normal teenager, there's no difference. It's not being disabled or what, but it's any other teenager, what they do, he does.
Oh.
We're I think quite close in the sense that we share a lot of things. We are very open about everything. We talk about everything. We also fight with each other all the time. We get grumpy with him all the time, and he get grumpy with me.
My parents gave me amazing opportunities. They put me in every kind of sport, every kind of music, whatever it was. They let me try new things so I could find something that made me happy. Everything they do now and then was for the best as well. So if anything that happened for the worst, it was still in good faith. And that's important, I think. Whatever my parents did, it is because they did it because they loved me. These are all my old certificates and reports and all the things I did when I was little. This is my report card from year 5. You can be anyone you want to, except a dinosaur. Can't be that. Have a lot of certificates. Yeah, this one's awarded to Shakti for magnificent artwork. So I'm an artist, I'm a maestro in music, I'm an excellent student at school, I'm an engineer, apparently. Seems like I was a lot of things as a kid. A lot of different awards. This one, I remember, speech competition, actually. I was very proud of this because I won it. I was good at talking a lot, still am. Just keep talking.
Can you guess? If you guessed it was a bee, you're right. Good evening. My name is Shakti, and I'm here to talk about bees.
It seems ridiculous. Like, I was fine. I definitely didn't feel as though I did all the work or effort to deserve all these ridiculous awards. I got an awesome award for reading here, which I'm sure most of the other kids could do fine as well. Because I was disabled, I got more praise because it was supposed to compensate. But what happened is it kind of overcompensated and turned out not as well as people might have wanted it to. Oh, wow. And this is the one for the Weebix triathlon. I didn't actually know I had that. That's incredible. Wow.
This morning. We've got to get them all into transition, so please park your bikes nice and below.
I first thought about the Weebix triathlon when I heard of a friend doing it, and I just thought it was cool, and I was like, I could probably do that.
Well, okay.
To help other Kiwi kids go further.
Both arms. So he can't miss you now.
Dad, could I go and say hello to Jason?
Yes.
You seem like you're a little bit tense.
Yeah.
You are?
He had to shorten the chain, so it was all right. So it wasn't too, it was a bit high up, so we had to bring it down a bit. So, yeah. And after that, it was just all go.
And he was very worried about the weather. Because of the weather, he worried about the waves and in the sea, and he got really something going to push him away, or, you know, those kind of fear he had.
What are you worried about?
I don't know, the water's probably freezing.
So how much training have you put in?
Around 2 or 3 days a week at least.
People were so interested. They were like, wow, you doing that? You couldn't do that. And I was like, oh, but I could. It's totally, like, that's whatever. And I suppose that attention, when people were saying, oh, that's totally cool, I can't believe you would do that, really, you know, excited me. I was like, oh, yeah, no, oh, wow, that's cool. I can do it.
There you go. Go. Guy's intense. He's intense. You've got your swim, cycle, run. I mean, all of those have their individual challenges, but then I've done these events as well, several myself, and the hardest bit is actually here, the transition stages. That's where the intense bit is.
Okay, Shakti. Take it easy, Matty. Off you go, bud. I'll see you later, okay? Come on, Shakti. Go. Go.
Good man. I can hear his wheels coming too. Woo! Way to go, good stuff.
Yeah, totally.
So
Just want to talk about my...
You finished?
Pardon?
How's your hair?
Looking good.
When did you start caring about your hair?
I don't know, like 2 years ago. I felt like I should worry more about my appearance. Because first, what's it called? You can only meet someone for the first time. You only get to meet people once for the first time, and you want to make a good impression. You're not just the kid in the wheelchair, you're heaps more than that. Worrying about your style seems real superficial, but you know, it's a part of your identity. It's a part about who you are. I mean, you could want to dress in like hoodies all the time. It's fine. But make sure it's something that's you, and what makes you is really special. You know, I had a stage where I wore ridiculous things to distract from the wheelchair, a bit like a peacock. But, you know, it really did, like, because that's the first thing you notice, and you really don't want to get labeled as the wheelchair guy. So you dress nicely, and then people will say other things.
Have you actually got any ideas whatsoever? Do you know what your first memory is of like your life in New Zealand?
Let me think. Well, I remember my house in Auckland, in Gurroween Drive. I lived there, and like it was on this like really steep hill, like really.
That's
really
not actually very convenient.
Yeah, no, not at all. So like I never really came down from the house. Really, I was like a princess in a castle. You know, right at the top. I stayed there. I didn't really go anywhere.
So I guess you were like in and out of hospital a lot when you were a kid. So that must have been quite harsh. What was that like?
I suppose it sucked.
Yeah, I never went to hospital, so I can't even imagine what.
Had a lot of different operations when I was a kid. In and out of hospital all the time, I think. You know, even if not just for like operations, but like checkups and like just making sure I was kind of okay. Yeah. When I was a kid, I was never in school. I feel like, yeah, I was like hardly in school because I was at the hospital all the time.
I think for me, a boy having a girlfriend is a good friend. I think you need a friend. They're kind of she's a really nice kid, and then so for me, what is a relationship, I'm looking at it more like they are very good friends, and they're there to support each other whenever they need it. I think everyone needs a friend.
Oh, that was some great gameplay.
Are we leaving the lobby or no?
No, maybe?
Yeah.
Doing the you decision. Yeah, so what did you think when you first saw me?
I think the first time we met, I was still in my weird tween stage, so I introduced myself by my weird tween nickname.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he made an effort to say it to me every time I walked past, so I was very, very excited. Yeah, he was very friendly.
I remember that. It's so funny. Yeah, you were pretty weird back then.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
My name was Squidly because that was my alien phase.
What's your alien phase, Harriet?
No.
We texted each other heaps.
Yeah,
like
but we
kids,
couldn't talk in person.
Because we were both nervous, so we didn't talk to each other. It was funny, yeah. And I suppose we just kind of grew together.
Yeah.
It was really nice. Like,
we got through the awkwardness.
Yeah, my parents are totally cool with it. Like,
yeah.
They're so relaxed. I think my mum is pretty happy that she knows, like, you know, when she can't be there, Harry's gonna be there to help me out. So yeah, they're really happy that Harry is there, I think. I think one of the best pieces of advice I have is do things now that your future self will thank you for. So do nice things for me. Don't isolate yourself and draw yourself away from everyone, because that won't help. People do like you and they do want to be around you. And you got to appreciate their advice and their help and their support, because it will help you. Don't put it off. See you later, man. Have a good one. It'll be fine.